Alright guys, we're back again with one more Defender of the Crown video. This might be my last one from the original retro run. It's been a journey. I'm looking forward to moving on to other projects, but I've learned a lot and it's really been fun. Today I'm taking a look at the ZX Spectrum version. This is a really odd version in that it was apparently sent out to a team in Hungary for development, but then for some reason was never properly published. I believe it was still passed around. So I think it was actually played during that era, so I'm going to include it in my little retro run, but it was not actually officially published. So I had never played a ZX Spectrum game before, so this was kind of new. I did load up a 128 on my emulator because it has the added functionality of this loading menu. I did try it out on the 48K version and it just didn't have this menu, and I had to type in some things to get the game to run, but it ran the same on both systems. So, oh, and one more thing. Apparently, CinemaWare still existed in 2016, and they re-released the Spectrum version on a limited run. I think they only did like 250 tapes. I can't find any more information about that really, other than supposedly they had fixed a couple things, including the final cutscene, which does not exist in this version that I'm playing. But I can't seem to get my hands on the re-release, so I don't even know if it happened, or if it did happen, if any of those people were able to upload it to the internet. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this tape loaded here. So over on this side you can see I've got the tape deck. When I hit play, it's going to start making some noises, so I'm going to go ahead and mute it. I don't know if the original Spectrum did that or not, so if any of you Spectrum users out there, you can let me know, but it makes this horrible beeping noise, so I'm going to go ahead and mute. That didn't actually mute anything. So I guess I'll just... Oh, okay, I see. I think the emulator's making a noise. I'm kind of new to this. Oh, okay, I see. So mute draws that all the way down there. Okay. I have the volume on my capture set fairly low anyway, so it's probably not hurting your guys' ears as much as it would be hurting mine. While it's loading, I'm going to go ahead and lower my microphone audio again because I'm a dum-dum and I keep forgetting to do that. And then we do have the benefit of having a turbo button, so I'm going to go ahead and run that. And then you can see I skipped ahead to the title screen. Interestingly, it continues to load in the background, the game that is. But I thought I'd show you a little bit of color clash on this. And then it says 1989 conversion by the cat. So in a minute we'll see some more credits. I don't want to skip the credits because I want to give credit where credit is due. So I'm going to hit turbo, but I'm going to stop next time something happens. Here we go. So again, the beeper would still be making a horrendous noise right now, but I have it muted so we can just take a look. So we have the story. I think it's kind of funny that there's a typo. I think there's a couple typos actually. And then the new text is writing over the old text, which is a pretty interesting effect. And again, another typo there, but otherwise it seems like basically the same story. I'm going to go ahead and hit the turbo button again until we get to the final load. All right, I think this is all we need here. So I'm going to actually turn the volume back on, theoretically. Okay. Like how it calls it an interactive movie, that was the intention of the Defender of the Crown game, was that it played out like an old Hollywood movie, like an Errol Flynn type thing. And again, I wanted to give credit where credit is due, so that's why I'm allowing the credits to play here. Like I said, it sounds like a Hungarian team was put in charge of this. I'm not sure what the reasoning was, but press any key to continue. I think they did a pretty smash-up job, all things considered. All right, I'm going to redefine the keys to be WASD. I don't know what they would be by default, actually. Yeah, and the sound is so soft, I'm not sure you can even hear it. Maybe I'll go and turn it up a bit more. You can just barely recognize it. Turn the output back down, and let's play the game. There we go. Okay, so you always start off as Wilfred. You don't get to choose your character. And you always start off in Cumbria. Let's see. Otherwise, the game plays out pretty normally. So I'm gonna go actually down this way. I like to make a little shield around my home castle when I have to start up this high anyway. And then I got 6 vassals from that territory. Okay, looks like we get the joust. I'm gonna go for fame, I think, because I'm not guaranteed to win at the joust, so we go for lower stakes. So once I press the button, I'm just trying to line up the lance at the center of the shield, and it's a little fussy, so I might miss. Oof. Yep, so I already lost. Like I said, it's a little fussy, so. Alright, I'm gonna go take that last neutral territory. Okay. And then this would be a good turn to go ahead and start building up more army guys. So I'm not even going to bother with catapults at first. So I think I will do 2 knights and a bunch of soldiers. The defense. Okay, let's see how I do here. I have more men, but they have a knight. Okay, not bad. All right, and I have 15 guys left. I'm going to send my army home to get reinforcements. I'm going to leave my home castle pretty well undefended. And then I'll start explaining my strategy in this version of the game. Sword fighting's kind of a mess, again, like most versions, where most of the time I'll lose, so I'm not even going to bother. The joust, I don't usually win, so I'm going to focus on just fighting. And the other thing I'm going to do is basically just kind of take pot shots at the Normans and then let my Saxon allies defeat them. And then what I'll do, actually I moved through this guy's territory, but it's fine. What I'll do once one of my Saxon allies gets a pretty good lead is I'll just go take over his home castle, and then suddenly I'll be in the lead. Oh yeah, that's basically my strategy. And it's worked a couple times, so let's see if it works this time. And then whenever I can, just kind of leverage having superior numbers. So that pink guy on the right side. Oh yeah, and you can see if you look at the light blue guy, he's already taken over one of the Normans. So, all right, I'm going to go for fame again because I'll probably lose. I already lost. That's pretty tough. Okay, and then it actually does a field battle for all of your territories, even if you have nobody there. So that's why we saw a field battle, even though they attacked my territory that had no people. So I'm going to go take that land back. And like I said, I'm kind of just running, kind of like running interference, waiting for the light blue guy to take the lead. One thing you might have noticed is when I took that territory, there were no defenders. This game actually does cheat in that the enemy AI don't follow the rules. So I have seen them attack a territory and take it over, and then that same player has raided me and taken half my gold, and then when I try to counterattack, there's nobody in that territory, which is impossible according to the rules. So it's a little frustrating, but whatever. All right, I'm going to finally get my catapult. Get another 2 knights, another 14 soldiers. Okay, how many times can I lose? Or maybe I'll finally win. Near miss, okay. And I lost. So it's got to be pixel perfect, which is almost impossible, so. Okay, I have 18 gold. Well, I'm gonna go build up my army some more. And then, like I said, take some pot shots, so I might go take over that dark blue guy. Hopefully he doesn't have too big of an army. Not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm going to retreat. It's a little hard to rebuild from nothing, so. Ugh. And you can see both of the Normans took over a territory, so they should not be able to steal gold the same turn. So yeah, they just cheated. And you saw it, there was nobody in that territory, they just took over. Alright, just got 3 free nights. That's pretty helpful. That'd be 7 nights. I think right now I'm just going to buy a bunch of soldiers. Like in other games, they're basically your hit points, so you want to keep a lot of them. Well, since I keep losing, like how pixel perfect does it have to be? And I lost again. So having lost 4 times, my leadership should have gone down, but it didn't, so... Oops. I almost just tried to hold the tournament, so good thing I failed. Alright, and... that dark blue guy is getting a little out of hand here. So I'm going to go try to take Gloucester, because that's a really rich territory, like always. Yeah, it looks like the Saxons are fighting. I'm going to build up my army some more. I'm going to do all soldiers for now. And I don't know. I could sneak attack the green guy. But they haven't been aggressive toward me yet, so I think I'll attack the blue guy instead. Let's get Robin's help. And lure first siege. I'm actually impressed with the graphics on this screen, honestly. The color clash is at a complete minimum. And there's 136 enemy. And I'm pretty terrible at this siege game, so I'll probably be running away pretty soon here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. Okay, I'm assuming that was the blue guy. See, it's not fair. Ugh. And the controls, I accidentally clicked a raid. Can I cancel? I don't think I can cancel. Now you get to see me lose a raid. So basically hold down the button, press right to attack, left to block. There's only one enemy. Apparently his arm is made out of noodles. And I am losing, so I'm just running. Okay. Careful with the menus. I want my land back. Okay, I'm going to buy some more troops. Just going to choose fame again because I still have not won. Maybe I should stop choosing Cedric. I don't know. I have won before. And I lose my best catapult. Well, that's lame. Welp. Actually, I don't really know what I want to do now. I think I'm going to try taking over the green guy. Oops. There we go. If he's left his home undefended. Yep, okay. I actually stand a chance. This catapult is extremely touchy. So I only hit twice. So the nice thing is, whatever army the white guy had left, that is, I can now take. So if I can figure out where his field army was. So I just got 7 knights from that territory. Nothing was in that territory. Oh, that was my territory in the first place. So 6 more knights. Let me see. I think this one was his. And 7 more knights. So I'm going to go take over the pink guy, I think. Oop. Apparently the blue guy is enemies with me now. Maybe because I backstabbed, you know, one of the other lords. Alright, so his field army. Ugh. Lost another catapult. Well, I don't care. I'm going to try the pink. The pink guy's field army should be next to my home castle. So I'm going to try to take over his home castle while it's away. Alright, 3 hits. It's better than last time. Okay, I have a ton of money and you get raided frequently in this game, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch. I'm going to get like a bunch of catapults and then a bunch of soldiers. I think there's a limit of about 250 soldiers in this version of the game, which is fine. I'm not going to hit that. All right, and then the blue guy is getting aggressive with me. Try Joffrey maybe. Maybe he's easier. Nope. I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. All right, and I lost half my gold. Which seems to take place after you get your gold for the turn, which is kind of annoying. All right, so I'm curious. Pink guy had sent people all the way up here. Nope, looks like only Saxons join your army. I wonder if that's like when you take the, if you win the maiden thing, then you get all their troops. All right, let's see how this goes. 24 enemies, I can take this. It is really hard. Almost have to do it based on the audio. Okay, 3 hits. The music is so quiet, I'm not sure if you guys are able to hear that. It's not bad, it's just quiet. I think I'm going to take a turn. Nice. One more turn to build up some more soldiers. Mm-hmm. Blue guy must be attacking that castle. Okay, I see. All right. All right, hopefully just 2 more turns. I have seen the enemy get some crazy high number of defenders, like 136. Oh, this is hard. Oh, that was not a good time to do poorly on the siege. I do have way higher numbers though, and I have 6 catapults. I think Bombard is working. Looks like I'll need to take another turn to build up my soldiers again. Actually could reach 250 men, but let's avoid that. Oh, never mind. So not only can he attack, but he can steal my gold the same turn, which is baloney. I think I'm actually going to focus on soldiers. Because now the enemy has 60 more soldiers than they should have. The main reason that this version loses some points, in my opinion, is I don't like it when the enemies don't play by the same rules. I think if they're going to beat me, they should beat me legitimately. Alright, I'm going to throw my entire army at them. Pretty sure I've got Robin Hood one more time. Nope, I am wrong. Nope, here goes. 208 enemies. I think I'm just going to focus on getting that wall down. Alright, just 3 hits. I don't know if Bombard would do better. Seems like it is. Anecdotally, in the versions where Bombard works, it seems like it does pretty well against defenders in a castle. But I don't know if that's actually a rule or if it's just something that I made up. All right. So, again, I don't know if you guys can hear it. The music is so quiet in this game, but it actually is the real music that they play at the end of the game. It's so quiet, though. It's like a whisper in my ear. Okay, and then I think it basically crashes at this point. Yeah, so start the tape. I don't even know what that means. So that's a good place to stop and do my final thoughts. This version is a welcome relief after playing the Amstrad version, which was so painful and so slow. The Spectrum version, these developers knew the limits of the hardware. So they kept the graphics simple. They didn't allow you to choose different characters, which, you know, it's annoying, but if your computer system can't handle it, then go ahead and trim away some of the extra bells and whistles. So actually, I appreciate that they trimmed things down to make it work on the Spectrum. And it's fast. It's a lot faster than the Amstrad version, so I can actually kind of enjoy it. There's not load times constantly. In terms of gameplay, you saw me fail to joust like 6 times or 5 times this game. I wish it would be a little bit more forgiving, because several of the times my lance was pretty well near the center of the shield and I still didn't hit. In the swordplay, I don't really get it. In this, I think this would have been a good case where they should have slowed down the swordplay, so you could actually like see when you're supposed to hit. Because basically all I do is hold down the button and I hold down right and my guy just swings wildly, and then occasionally I press left to block. And about half the time I win, half the time I lose. So that's 2 mini games that are not that fun. And then the catapult game, it's fine. It's just a bit touchier and a bit more difficult to succeed at, but that's fine. It didn't hamper my enjoyment of the game, really. So, and I guess the strategic gameplay, like building up the troops and moving around the map, worked pretty well. And again, everything loaded quickly, so that's kind of what I need. It's kind of a stripped down version of Defender of the Crown, and it works. It's what the Spectrum was good at. So anyway, this is wrapping up, again, the retro run of Defender of the Crown. I was tempted to do the Amiga CD TV version, but once the CD is involved, I don't feel like it's part of that retro run. And everything's like the sound quality's better, but they also got rid of all the text and replaced it with actual voice samples. And that just didn't feel quite right. So I think that's going to be it for me, unless I find another version I've overlooked somehow. And I'll be on to other projects. Thank you for bearing with me through my weird little project, and hope to see you in future videos.